Hi, and welcome back to everyone to Raz the Runelords. We're on session 48, coming up on half a century of this game. In the previous session, you continued to brave the rooftop of the Shadow Clock, and with the combined efforts of everyone in your party, with that additional help from Opal and Teneb, and a little bit of interaction from a friendly neighborhood Acacia, managed to slay Zanesha. As a final goodbye to this beast, her head was kept as a reward.
Yep.
And you made your way back into the light of Magnamar, where Opal said her goodbyes to Artanis and his friends, after promising to create a new Heartstone for him. And I believe that's going to bring us here. It sounds louder than it usually is. And that's a good thing. If I remember correctly, it is because this trial was a very early morning thing, and then you spent your time immediately afterwards heading to the Shadow Clock. Not all too much time has passed today, and it would likely be around noon at best. So a rest would not be in your purview anytime soon.
Unless we just wanted to slack off.
Of course. You can't just take the day.
Yeah. Actually, well, I think the first place Vera would be going. I mean, I don't know. Has anybody else got any place they want to go?
Artanis has maybe a few possible places that he would want to go, but it'll probably require like papers being signed or waivers being waived or whatever. But like he's gonna try to rehabilitate himself and try to compensate for the missing arm.
Yeah. Sounds reasonable.
I think Cece is just more relieved that everybody's okay, that everything is better now, but she would be like super glued to one of your guys' sides. Like she would not want to leave. She's like, no, I need to make sure y'all are okay. She's like, this is weird. We went through a weird thing. Everything's better now. I'm still feeling weird, but I just want to make sure everybody's okay.
Oh, I'm doing great.
And
Great. Denip, well, I need to be going soon, but, I mean, perhaps I may be able to do something at some point for your arm. I don't know. I'll have to speak with Desna about it. But for
Alright.
now, I need to move on.
All right. Understood. If you are able to pull some strings, then perhaps.
It would
Perhaps.
cost a whole lot of money, though. Don't get me wrong.
Of course. Such rituals are often costly, but if you need to reach me,
Oh, I'll know
you
where
can
you'll be.
probably. You'll know where I'm at. Okay.
Your destiny is tied to this one's, and they hook their thumb at Ver.
The mysterious forces you've got on your back. It's good to know that it's on our side, at least for the time being.
The stars watch over you all. Goodbye. They jump on their horse and take off.
All right.
As they're leaving, if the stars watch over you all, is that a saying that Cece would recognize during her time of being an oracle? Like, can I pinpoint what god this person follows? Or
you can make a knowledge religion check. Yeah.
Okay, I think more specifically is if I could figure out why
Also,
this god would be interested in Ver.
Well, they did mention the name of their god, and it was Desna.
Yes, so I guess what I'd be trying to figure out is what Desna may want with Ver.
There's not really a big connection that you can pull between the goddess of dreams and your red armored iron pan wielding greatsword tiefling friend.
Knight.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, if you wanted to stop them and ask, maybe you could do that.
Yeah, I think Cece's curiosity would get the best of her, and she'd try to follow along a little bit, probably out of earshot of at least Bear. God knows that's not possible with Artanis.
Right.
But yeah, so
He's on your hip.
Right. So, wait. I have a question.
They're about to get on their horse. Yes.
If I may, what does your god want with Ver?
Well, he was born into slavery, and he shattered those bonds. And also, we really wanted to torque off this demon that had put him in the world to do evil. That's why my gods pretty much really wanted to prank this other god. Well, demon, rather. Demon.
Is this
We're the triumvirate of the gods that are working together to forge this great chain breaker you know as Ver. He was sent into this world to be the vessel for a demon lord whose name is not well known, even by us.
Should we be on the lookout for others who may either come to try and hurt or possibly recruit Vare? You came with neutral, or in this case, kind intentions, but should we be on alert for those who come without such good intentions?
You should always, my child, be worried about those with evil intentions. They're all around in this world. Some people use the chaos to hurt people. Hurt the wrong people.
Well, that is true. My concern really isn't with other people. My concern is with Vare.
Well, Bear avoided becoming the avatar of the Demon Lord. And we've given him 3 marks to protect from demonic incursion, but who knows how long before another comes into existence that we don't know about. Any rate, I really must be going.
The look on her face screams that she has just a million more questions thanks to that statement. But she gives a very polite nod and takes a step back from the horse, indicating that she's done.
Don't look so anxious, my dear. Just continue as you have been.
Well, then I will continue to keep him safe.
Great. And they ride off.
Okay. Off to find a good...
Bear's kind of gobsmacked. He's heard this. Well, that's interesting. Quite off-putting, wouldn't you say?
Off-putting? I think it's not surprising. You are a knight, and now you're a knight and popular, so it seems like we could end up with a couple more unexpected visitors, but, you know, not all of them may be bad. A lot of them might be like our new friend.
Yes, indeed.
And some allies may even be gods, it seems. Very good news for us.
Well, I hate to be ungrateful, but my life has sucked. I don't think these gods have... Well, maybe. Well, no, there was...
Look,
Interesting.
I am the last person who would even try to judge what you've been through. I've been thrown into the hells, and I don't even remember what I did.
Oh, wow.
So
was that from the thing that happened?
I think something happened, but I'm still not sure what. And I'm not sure anyone's ever going to tell me. The remaining high justices seem very tight-lipped about it.
Interesting.
But I know they were the ones who passed the verdict.
Seems like they're a bunch of assholes.
I'm not going to comment on that. I just know that if I just keep on doing what I'm doing, perhaps some leniency can be found in my situation. After all, this tattoo
seems like this whole thing is pretty unjust with you.
Hopefully I can clear my name to the point that I can regain my freedom.
Do you really think that they're going to let you clear your name for this unknown crime that they won't even tell you?
Artanis stays silent, not knowing whether or not what he says will blow up his head or not. But he stays silent, at least, in response to that question.
And looks a little bit anxietous, I imagine.
Well, he's not anxious because he's not gonna attempt to skirt the trigger for the tattoo, but he knows he probably can't answer comfortably. Is kind of the look you're getting.
Ah, fair. Well, here's hoping we can free you from these assholes. Who have you in chains?
I take it we have like drinks in hand. Artanis will brace to that.
I'm not drinking because Ver quit drinking. The last time we drunk, it was bad news.
Okay, that's fair. We'd probably have like tea or something. We are back at the inn after all.
Kombucha.
Yeah.
Locally sourced kombucha? I'm just kidding. Yeah. Drink like. Yeah, just chilling, pretty much. Eating a lot of food, and kind of just maybe talking about things.
Yeah, I think Artanis would go to. Is there like a quest board at this inn? Are there such a thing?
At this inn, probably not.
Okay.
Might be closer to like that place. I forget the name of it.
The
Arvinsar.
Yeah. Or the Arvinsar. I guess maybe the more shady, rough and tumble areas like in Low Cleft maybe would have more local quests.
Well, I don't know. The Justice Building, I don't know. It's maybe knowledge local if you got it. I don't know.
Maybe. I know I can't swap my expertise right now because I've already used my charges for flight. So I'm stuck with the ability to grow wings if I want to, but I can't become an expert in anything right now.
Torturous, I know. You're just gonna have to roll your regular skill check, I guess.
I mean, I'm good with that, but it's just up to what I'm gonna be asked to roll.
Right. True.
I suppose I could have you roll knowledge local.
Knowledge local it is. Roll. Oh, that's not great.
10.
Artanis is no longer a god.
As much as you've done these little tasks around Magnamar, you realize you've never really interacted with a quest board. These tasks have just sort of come to you.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So you're unfamiliar if there even are quest boards or like task boards anywhere.
Oh, okay. I guess I would just talk to the innkeeper. Maybe they know somebody, but I would probably ask for if they know anybody who's specialized in rehabilitation or places that have shady people looking for a tussle. Tomato.
Bear says, "Didn't you meet with that one contact of yours? Maybe they might know."
Captain Acacia?
No, there was that other person you went and saw to find out about the leather piece, the leather work. The faces.
Oh.
Because we were kind of floundering as to what to do. And then you said, I have somebody else I can ask. And she mentioned leather work. And we figured out we'd missed something.
Oh, I think, okay, out of character. I think that is Captain Acacia. Either that or it's like the mysterious
I
third
don't think it
party.
was. Yeah, it was.
And if
somebody
it's
else.
not a mysterious third party, then it was like the Crimson Dagger? Or is that not?
There was a. I could have sworn there was another broker that you talked to that wasn't Acacia. I could have been wrong. I could be wrong.
Oh,
Oh well, we can talk to Acacia. Why don't? That's our contact that might know things and can
right.
now vouch for us saving her life. Because if she
Yeah.
would have just ran up there willy nilly, she would have been.
I think
dead.
the last session we had left from the Arvin Soar after like reporting in or whatever, or like we were talking with Captain Acacia, and I asked her if there would be any small jobs or further work.
Okay.
But I think Captain Acacia said she'd get back to me.
Okay.
And I think at this point in time, it's only been a couple hours.
Fair. Like spatial issues.
Yeah.
So,
So I think Artanis would just ask around, see if there's other options.
yeah. I can get in on that. Should we roll? You want a diplomacy to kind of ask around?
I mean, I would appreciate the help because I think
I'm decent. I've got. I mean,
my one drawback gives me -2 to gathering information using diplomacy. But I mean, I'm still open for gathering that.
Let's all go.
Yeah, for sure, CC can help.
Let's all go and gather the information. So let's see here. My diplomacy is +2.
Okay.
+2. Hey!
Oh,
hey, twins.
Twinsies.
Okay.
The leader of the pack.
Yeah. You ask around, and most individuals don't seem to be looking for a hire of anything, even those with money to spend. There are a few. There's one or two people that ask for truly menial tasks of you, and it doesn't sound exactly like they're looking to fork over some coin for it. They just see some people who don't exactly look like they belong in the upper part of Magnamar, and are thinking that they can get away with like a bit of gratitude and letting these individuals do the dirty work. You do get there is there is a church, a temple that would accept help without any kind of derogatory stance towards you. But overall, it seems fairly menial.
Okay. I suppose the best I can do then is just possibly helping you two out with any goals you have in the city. I'll have to relegate myself to practicing with a single arm and defending myself with a single arm if perhaps Very can help train and spar with me.
Yeah. We're gonna have to get you... I don't know. I mean, do you have that... Do you still want those trash weapons? Or do you want an actual weapon?
Unfortunately, there seems to be some force beyond my understanding that makes these weapons seem to work better in my hands as opposed to traditional weapons.
Fair. Okay. I was just wondering because Cece changed completely. Like, she's not as I've seen her before. I was just wondering how it might have affected you. But, so that means we don't have to buy you a weapon. That means you've got... I wonder if there's a better trash dump in Magnamar that you could find some better trash that would make better weapons.
Oh, no, that's an interesting proposal. I guess Artanis would think about where any scrap yards would be in Magnamar. Yeah, I mean,
there's usually a fair bit of junk floating around the, well, not around, but in the dockway.
Okay.
And like mentioned, there's precious garbage in the underbridge.
Ooh.
Well, and by precious, I mean things that usually no one would consider as valuable, but when you have to live in the underbridge, everything counts.
Mm-hmm. I see.
So yeah.
Right. Well,
we'll see about getting you new weapons.
Yeah.
Although your scrap shark is pretty formidable. That thing is pretty dope. But we can see what we can find.
The scrap shark, unfortunately, I probably won't be able to use for a little while since it requires both my hands.
Then we'll look for materials to...
We can look for materials to...
build you a new arm.
Well, that's far beyond my capabilities, but...
Well, I mean...
You know who's very gadget-oriented? The Crimson Dagger can probably look for contacts for stuff like this.
What if you made a regular weapon into trash?
That's an interesting idea. I mean...
What if you just broke the shit out of I don't know.
I mean... anything
I have to forbid that. I have to forbid that concept.
Fair.
Okay. Yeah, we're kind of just
that's not going to work. Fair. Shut up.
We're just talking, and this random person walking by just says, "That's a stupid idea. That won't work." And we're like, "Oh, okay, fine."
Jeez. Didn't
Basically.
have to be mean about it. Jeez.
God, these Magnumarians are so
Dickish.
all-knowing.
Right? They know it all. Okay,
All
at any
right.
rate, so we're going into the underdock again. I guess.
Halfway, right?
We killed I wonder, well, that should be interesting to see what the state of the place is, right?
That's true.
Okay, so I saddle up. Are you bringing your cart? You want to ride with me?
You know, from here, what is it? So.
Oh wait. Okay, so it's the Star Building, is it?
So.
Which building is it?
4 feet. Okay, so we're from like. Aren't we like around here, or are we around here?
Yeah, either we're that big.
The Flaming Peacock is in the off streets of Naus, over here.
Okay,
Right.
so.
Yeah, I had a big
here
lunch.
To here to here is basically 4,000 feet. So it's not even a mile, really. It's not that far to walk.
Okay, let's walk
But
then.
yeah. Okay, so we're gonna walk on over there.
Right. Well, I'm gonna go over and brush Hope real quick to make sure she's being fed, make sure she doesn't look sick, and then we'll go.
Wait, okay, hold on. On second thought, I think you had a really good idea, because if we're gonna collect material to create new weaponry and possibly other things, if trash arms are a thing, then we'd probably need a cart to carry the materials.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
That's very
so
true.
I will bring the cart.
There you go. Okay, cool.
All right, let's go.
Then I guess I'll just ride shotgun
Yeah.
after tending to Hope for a second.
Cece can like sit on top of the cage and enjoy the view, I suppose.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm sitting on top of the cage, just cross legs, just looking around.
Totally unseatbelted.
Actually, as I'm sitting up there, I kind of look around and I go, I wonder if Crimson's okay.
Crimson's okay.
And then Crimson
Okay.
doesn't jump out of anywhere.
Yeah.
Dang it!
I thought
Dang it!
Dang it! That it just
it was
suddenly
such a good segue.
subtly summoned him to existence.
Or just switched the scene to him.
Just get a dagger, just lands like in front of me on the cage, and it just says nope. It's like, oh,
Busy.
fine.
Busy.
Call
See you later. Yeah. I don't go out in the day.
Well, what I can do as you've had some time to, rest a little bit. Getting your drink or not drink and decompressing. And that would appear to just be enough for you to have another run-in with a local crier.
With a local what?
Well, maybe not crier, but messenger, who hands off a sealed envelope to you, recognizing the looks different from everyone else party.
Right. Right, so I'm going to hand that over to one of the people with the small arms.
Little
gonna hand
small arms.
Those small arm people.
I'm gonna hand that over to the other person.
I said arms, so it wasn't you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
I mean, you really only have yourself to blame for walking into that one.
Right. It's true.
I'll just shoot my legs out from under me too. Why not?
Yeah, we'll call you Skip or
What do you call a man with no arms and no legs? Art.
what do you call him out in the water? Bob. All right.
Oh my god.
Cece?
Yeah, I'll take the note.
The note,
The letter.
the story
Open it
thing.
Okay. Well, you will be met with what would appear to be a freshly handwritten note.
Okay. My sister, I trust your little band of murderers is doing well, gathering the greedy souls for our Lord's rise. Has Magnamar proven to be as sinful as you had hoped? It may interest you to know that my plan to nurture greed here in this backwater has blossomed. The quality of greed in a soul is so much more refined when given the proper care. Are you simply carving the Sihedron are on them as they expire? How crude. My method of marking is much more elegant. In any even, I'm sure that your plans for harvesting greed, where and when you can find it in the wild, are progressing well enough. I just hope that your raw, ungroomed, and likely inferior victims. Wow, this person.
Wow.
This person. Wow. Don't interact poorly when mixed with the purity of my own subjects. If you tire of your little project there, know you are always welcome to come back to Turtleback Ferry and serve as my assistant, little sister. Fort Rennick should be in our control by the time you receive this letter. In any event, so there'll be plenty of room for you if you wish to take me up on my generous offer. Oh, before I forget, have you managed to harvest that Lord Mayor yet? By all accounts, he might be the cream of the crop in Magnamar. His soul might even rival several from my hand-grown harvest. This is a letter I found at top of the tower. I will meet you shortly to discuss further actions, especially of those investigating and checking that the good Lord Mayor is unharmed. The dagger.
If only we knew what color the dagger was. I'm just kidding.
Because that's the deciding factor in all of this.
No. It's just a joke. I'm sorry. Yes. Okay. Well, we put an end to his sister, whoever he is.
We have the next direction we need to go as well. But let's continue on what we're looking for. I'm sure the dagger will find us.
He does have his ways. Artanis looks around briefly, wondering if he's like climbing on one of the adjacent walls.
Well, we've got dumpsters to dive.
Alright, well, at least it doesn't smell as bad as Gorvy.
Or what came out of that snake lady at the end.
That's true.
Okay, so you three do take your cart and head down to the dockway, trying to snag any useful items on your way. Um,
Oh, I'll be supervising. I'll point you out good pieces of trash.
Excellent. I'll do the heavy lifting, clearly.
I mean, if it gets too heavy for you there, I can help.
Okay.
But yes, so now we will do the maybe.
Yeah, as you are down on the dockway, and where are your plans to go? Just around the dockway, or are you going to try to find something in the underbridge?
Yeah, I think. I mean, it sounds like the valuable stuff's going to be in the underbridge. Valuable stuff, with air quotes.
Yeah. So we'll probably venture down into the underbridge.
Okay. Then I will. Yeah, I'll take a perception check from whoever is keeping an eye out for another man's treasure.
Yep, exactly. Well put. Let's see.
Give me garbage.
+3 it is. Race. Hey. Oh, back to the well.
That is still a good roll. Like, that could find different products than what I find.
Yeah. Between the two of you, you do manage to spot some bigger bones, some scrap metal. Not a whole lot of paper works its way down here. But there is some fabric as well. And you also manage to catch the prying eyes of anyone else.
Anyone else
before they
trash?
before they get too close.
Gotcha.
Snatch it all up and get it in the wagon.
It'd be a really weird interaction if we're walking by these shacks and stuff and we see like the perfect piece of metal and we're like, I will trade you this piece of metal for that piece of metal.
Barter town.
Yeah.
You can stuff it where the sun don't shine.
That keeps the rain off me head, you nonce.
This piece of trash is stainless steel. All right, sounds good. With that, I guess we'd head back. It seems like we found all the necessary raw materials that Artanis would need to at least start on making an improved weapon.
Ver's gonna watch his process, interested, but also he wants to cook.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now's the time.
Right? Yeah, like I want to find some good meat and stuff like that.
I mean, it's only fair. I would be honored to help you look for good meat to feed us with.
Yeah. The marketplace. You've lived here once, didn't you? You should know where that is. right?
I mean, it
Marketplace.
depends on what I can get away with without rolling. I probably know a marketplace. But I would make rolls if there have been rumors about a good butcher.
Legends tell of a butcher.
All he carves is bacon, and all he carves is gold.
He's in Beacon's Point, so it's Beacon's Bacons.
That would be a really catchy business name.
Boom. Lore. That's canon. Just kidding.
There
Yeah.
are 3 of them. None are near each other, and none of them
Makes
knew
sense.
of the other's existence. But now they do, and it's been a blood feud between them.
Oh, wow. Now we found our side story. We're embroiled in the Beacon's Bacons saga. Beacon's Bacons. Right? We're going to be on the side of Beacon's Bacons. But at any rate, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, just a marketplace would be nice. So, should
Yeah. Knowledge local would work for a tennis, otherwise diplomacy or perception checks.
all right. Well, diplomacy is a +2, so I'm just going to do another diplomacy.
Did you say perception checks?
No, I don't think he did. 14 is my roll.
Okay. Artanis, you can recall some of the names of various markets, just not the locations. But between CC and Ver, it's not a big ask to go up
Right,
to someone.
where the food at?
Hey, do you know where the markets are? And you eventually do make your way to a market. There are stalls of various food and non-food items.
Okay, so anybody got appraise as a skill? Well, it can be used untrained. It's a skill that can be used untrained with just your raw, charisma score.
I do have a small bonus to appraise.
Oh no, not appraise, intelligence. I think. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, I was. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that would be charisma, but yeah, that's intelligence. Right. Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, I'll go roll appraise.
Yeah.
Hey, I found some
Hey.
damn good bacon.
Yeah, like how's he can pick out like the best looking food with that, you think?
Yeah, I mean, it all looks pretty decent quality.
Right on.
They're not pretty per se, as the pretty foods would get brought up to the top of Magnamar, but
So that the pigs can feed.
if a small blemish on an apple doesn't bother you,
Right.
you'll still be able to find good-looking apples here, and likewise with your meats and spices.
Yeah. Nice. So I'm thinking just like a beef roast. If they do, would they have something like that?
Yeah.
Okay, and some potatoes, and maybe like leafy greens.
Yeah, the potatoes won't cost you too much, nor will the greens. The meat as a roast run you a little more.
Yeah, that's fine. Just let me know.
Seeing as it's not a prepared meal, let's see. Food and drink.
Oh boy, now I've got to cook. I'm sweating. Just kidding, I have +5.
Okay. So, getting like a solid roast as well as all the other things might come out to about 2 gold.
Oh, okay. Well, that's easy. I will just minus from the gold that I have. Money. Yes, money. And as I'm preparing to cook, I'm gonna mention, can you use cure spells anymore, Cece?
Theseus just been like, just laying on top of the cart, staring up at the sky as they were going on their shopping spree. Just kind of like rolls her head and looks over and says, "Oh yeah, I can still do that. It's just not the same, but I can."
I mean, I was thinking something that might help. If we could procure like a wand of healing that could, because I saw that cleric that came in. That was pretty effective, waving around that wand. He kept us all up pretty well, or they, I guess, is what they said.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to have one. It wouldn't hurt to
Yeah.
have one and somebody else carry it too.
And we should also probably get some healing potions if we can.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. If I go down. Yeah, so
Yeah.
maybe one of those Healy wands and a potion or two. That doesn't sound like a bad idea at all.
Right, and that could, yeah, I don't think it would. So, yeah, okay. So, after I buy this, let me see. How do I again? Oh, it's right. Custom gear. And you said 2 gold, right?
Yeah.
Groovy. Where'd it go? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah. So then I will go ahead and try and utilize my cooking sword to attempt to cook this. I would think that I would go out far enough outside of town to where I could light a fire.
Okay. Yeah.
Just because this is if we go on any long adventures, this is going to be what the deal is. So I'm going to roll a profession cooking. Is that cool?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Not too shabby.
Yeah. With that 18, that would be certainly enough to make a satisfying meal for everyone.
Nice. That probably takes a couple hours to cook. Or something like that. Maybe cut it up into small so we can just each have a hunk. Something like that. And it'll cook quicker. But yeah, we eat the full meal, and It is pretty decent.
Well done, Ver.
Thanks. All right. Well, let's. I wonder where he's gonna meet us. He didn't really say. Probably at the Phoenix or the inn.
The Peacock.
Peacock.
I'm sure he will reach out in due time.
Okay. All right. Well, I got what I wanted to do done, and so did Artanis.
Yep, I have to rob
Cece, anything you
material.
want to do?
I mean, I don't know if there's a fancy place that we can go shopping at and buy some potions or.
Oh,
get
right.
one of those magic
Yes.
wands. But I mean, outside
Magic.
of that, I'm going
Yeah,
being
that's-
outside
that's
and not
next.
fighting and dying.
Right. That's next. We're going on a shopping spree.
Of course it is.
Oh, it's that.
Have we found a shop yet in Magnamar? I feel like
No,
we've been
we
here
have
a
not
while.
ever. We haven't been magic shopping since we've been here. Mostly,
Well, even like a general store with potions.
or I mean, for the wand. We're gonna need a magic shop. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely, general store might cover the potions.
Yeah, can I ask around for directions to a general store, and then as we kind of head in that direction and probably get out of the bad part of town and get to somewhere nicer, ask for a magic shop.
Yeah, you can do that.
Cool. Ah, 11.
Let me try. Where?
Thank you for trying. Appreciate the try.
Pushes CC out of the way a little bit too hard, accidentally stares down this guy. Excuse me, do you know where we can go?
Where the fuck is the fucking magic shop? You fuck.
The guy pees a little and runs away.
Damn it. That's always happened to me throughout my life. All I've wanted was to get directions to places, but people
All I've
pee
ever wanted
themselves.
is directions.
Ugh. Well, that got us nowhere. I miss that old guy. The one that did my sword.
Oh yeah, he was very nice. But let's head back to the fiery peacock. Not the Phoenix, because that's the other
Right.
place. We don't want to go there.
Right. They were the blue and the other one's the red. Got it.
Yeah, it was really confusing. But
Right.
yeah, let's
Really
head back
confusing.
let's head back to the fiery peacock and wait for Crimson there.
Actually, maybe we can stop by the Arvin Soar. Captain Acacia might not have any pertinent information regarding what we can do, but
Maybe
I'm
she
sure
has
they
general
have
information.
they have general information about perhaps Turtleback Ferry and Fort Rannick.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. 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 We need to show him that letter for sure.
Okay, so I think maybe we'll stop by the Arvin Soar for that.
Okay.
Yeah,
So make way.
Cece will tear off the bottom part of the note as cleanly as she can to remove evidence that this was given to them by the dagger, if it was all written on a single sheet of paper. If it's not, she would keep that portion for herself to show Acacia just the actual note itself.
Okay. I'm not going to be a dick. I'm going to let you make your way through the folding and ripping without it, like, destroying the message or anything.
Okay, thank you.
And then you make your way to the Arvensor and to Acacia's office, where you would find a closed door in your way.
Closed doors.
Doesn't seem to be available, but perhaps she's away. Artanis is gonna knock on the door.
Who is it?
It's Artanis Belfry, Veradin, and Cece Stonetide.
Did you cause another catastrophe already?
No, but there seems to be more to the case. Just
If you could direct
keeping
us
you-
to the next catastrophe to cause, that would be great.
But there is news. Joking aside, Captain.
Okay. Come in.
Artanis would walk in and probably let Cece lead, since Cece has the letter.
This letter was obtained at the crime scene, and we do think it has a lot of merit. We're hoping you could tell us about this city that the letter references. Maybe if you even have a point of contact within the city, it would be very useful, but any knowledge that you have on any of the information mentioned in here would be most advantageous. I will hand over the letter.
Okay, after a minute or so, she'll look back up. I know that there were missions to Fort Rannick. I don't personally have a connection. And I admit, my heart did sink a little when I read Lord Mayor's name in here. That should probably be information for him and his cabinet.
To confirm, you have knowledge that he's okay. This tries to imply otherwise, but
the city doesn't seem to have fallen just yet, and if I'm being completely honest, I think that I would have gotten notice first out of basically anyone else in Magnoir. So, unfortunately, I think he is still kicking.
unfortunately.
Don't take what I said late. Don't take what I said literally.
Okay. I understand. I get it. It's fine.
Unfortunately for the bad guys.
True. Unfortunately for the bad guys.
Yes.
But what do you know about Turtleback Ferry. Does that ring a bell at all?
Oh, I'm aware that it's one of the projects, I could say, sponsored by Magnamar. There are several cities, well, villages at best, hamlets maybe, that Magnamar is, at the very least, politically responsible for. And I know that Turtleback Ferry is one of them. As for what else would be going on there, I just know that it's fairly small.
Let's see. Do you by chance have any contacts or any squad leaders or anything like that out at Turtleback Ferry? If not, that's fine, but any contact is better than no contact if it's possible.
Let me send word to Lord Mayor and his cabal. There are connections directly from him, and I'm certain that there would be some information available to you there. Hold on. And she flips through a few papers to get to a clean sheet that she writes a note onto, and then folds it up and hands it to you. Here. If you go to his manor, they should at least give you a an audience.
Thank you. This is much appreciated.
And hey, thanks for coming this morning. Thanks for showing up, you know?
Right. Yeah. Something felt off, and frankly, I knew that you wouldn't let the hands of bureaucracy have their way without some kind of influence from you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Go on, then.
Well,
Have a good one.
do we know where the Lord Mayor's residence is, or where Turtleback Ferry is?
Right. Hold on.
Sorry.
Oh gosh, which one was? I think it's in the capital district. Yeah, okay. So, you would actually know that while most of the lower floors of the pediment building are serve as the home of the Justice Court and the Halls of Virtue. Or is that not the case? Shoot. Okay, yeah, that's why. C8. Of course. So this pool, this turquoise oval in the capital district is the Lord Mayor's menagerie, which you would know to be
Okay.
You know what? I got it wrong again, but we're making that his
Yep,
manor.
that's it now. Canon.
That is it now.
Canon.
This is my game.
Hell yeah, it is.
Screw you, Paizo! Your city mapping doesn't make any sense.
Your city mapping makes plenty of sense. I'm just stupid.
Not stupid people.
Wonderful.
All right, we're gonna make our way over to the.
Unless Paizo,
Yeah.
you want to sponsor us, in which case that would be
That would be
not fuck you, like the opposite of fuck you. Anyway,
that would be very interesting, certainly.
yes.
Okay, so you make it outside of the gates, and certainly up in towers and across the walls of the place are plenty of guards. And, you know, they do see you coming. Stay right there. What is your business?
Got some evidence of some people plotting after you, or Lord Mayor.
We have a letter from Captain Acacia to grant us an audience with the Lord Mayor about said topic, and I will make my way down off the cage and stand next to the cart next to the guys and extend out the letter, so I'm not approaching unless they signal me to.
Okay. They'll sort of give each other a look, and then nod to you, Cece.
Great. I will approach with the note, and after I hand it off, I will take a couple steps back for giving them a respectable distance.
And they will watch you. Before the one with the note unfolds it and gives it a look. And then kind of curses, furrows his eyebrows, and looks up at you again, and then looks back down at the paper.
There's something the matter.
No, nothing's the matter. Come this way. And opens the gate for you all. You three.
Yep, I will continue in on foot.
Okay.
Yeah, wherever. I would assume that we brought the cart, but I mean, I can leave it outside next to them.
Yeah. That'd probably happen.
Okay.
Well, as is that's the journal, okay. As you make your way into the manor, you notice a very gaudily dressed, pudgy individual walking around with what appear to be royal blue slippers. And he looks over and just kind of says, "Ah, my loyal subjects, who let you in?" As standing before you,
Oh goodness. Okay. Cece will give a polite curtsy in her not so fancy garbs. Actually, she's in the blue dress, so she doesn't look too bad. And say, we understand that this unscheduled meeting is rather surprising, but we do have very important information that you should be aware of for your own safety, though it is to our hope and desire that we have rectified the situation before bringing this information to your doorstep. The guards did let us in for an audience that we were granted via the captain, but our visit will be brief. If you don't mind, I do have this note that I think that you should look over. And I will extend the letter to him.
okay. All right. Well, as he reads, he is not a quiet reader, and he
Of course, he just
reads out loud and is sort of going through, but he gets to the last line and see that threat to his life.
Yeah.
And
Being harvested.
you see him freeze up with a stern look on his face. And then he just falls backwards onto the floor after fainting. A couple of advisors rush in to check on the state of the Lord Mayor and get him up to a seated position. He's just kind of, oh, I'm all right. And Acacia says that this threat has been dealt with, yes?
Yep. I severed her head myself.
However, that's not to say that based
Whoever
off
wrote the letter.
implications, yes, whoever wrote the letter seems to be keenly interested on your soul.
Yeah.
So it seems to me that you would have a vested interest in stopping this somehow, and possibly assisting us in doing so.
I see. Interesting. Would you care for dinner? I'm feeling famished.
Sure.
And sort of walks into, gets up and walks into another room,
I'll eat a whole other dinner.
cane in hand. And
especially from this rich guy.
servants, prepare a feast. I do hope you don't mind a bit of a wait.
No. I'm sure we've a bit of a wait sounds good. That's fine. We can talk business while we wait.
Yes, quite. So the three of you managed to
And all.
handle this issue
And
on your own?
others. There's a couple
Wow.
others that helped us.
How many?
Just a couple. Just two.
Right.
Acacia was one of those who did help us and deserves
Very true.
recognition for
Mm-hmm.
their
Very brave.
assistance in the fight. If
Very
it wasn't
brave.
for them, we would have been in a lot of trouble.
I suppose I shall give the Arvansor a tax cut. Come here. And he motions to one of his advisors. And is whispering into the advisor's ear. To which the they have a bit of a back and forth, and then it gets a little snappy from Lord Mayor, and so the advisor disappears into a back room, and Haldmir looks back with a snake's smile, you know.
Yeah, I know exactly what kind of guy this guy is.
Well, I must say, if there were any others now working with you, they certainly are missing out. And the advisor comes out, struggling to carry a sack of something, and sets it down on the table in front of the three of you. That should cover expenses.
All right.
Thank you for saving me.
You're very welcome.
It's, if I may, it's to our understanding that Magnemar is heavily involved, or at least involved, in the growth and development of Turtleback Ferry. Do you have any contacts there that we may be able to touch base with? Our concern is that this issue may span from there back to here and could possibly bring you harm, or put you in harm's way again.
You're obviously on the list.
And to cut that at its source would be most prudent for your safety.
Mm-hmm. Well, now that you mention it, it's a shame there's only three of you, but I suppose a small team nonetheless would be useful. I do actually have a team of messengers who've recently come back. And then the advisor whispers something. They have come back within a few weeks. And then there's another whisper from the advisor. We have one individual left who has come in here a couple of weeks ago. I will link all of you up, and more information can go from there. But they hail from the area, Turtleback Ferry, and bring news that I don't want to bore myself with the information of. And
that is most understandable, and we are grateful for the connections that you can have with us to prevent the boring conversation from continuing any further. If your contact is not nearby, you can send them to the Fiery Peacock. That is where we are currently residing.
And I'll go ahead and put the coin purse into the bag of holding.
it's not a problem for you, but obviously it is rather hefty
Probably
amount anyway. It's noticeable.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we're gonna count this later.
Yeah.
We're not gonna count it in front of this asshole.
We didn't come here to ask for money, so if
Right,
we had
exactly.
we started counting.
Right. We're not even gonna ask how much it is. We don't care. It's a big bag of coins.
It's just fucking rocks. You back to the Fiery Peacock, and it's just a bunch of goddamn rocks.
Those are my favorite rocks. They're quite shiny. Any rate. On with the meeting new people.
In the conversation during during the meals and stuff like that, Cece would ask him where if he had any knowledge of a local magic shop and a very nice goods shop where they could procure some things before they head out to Turtleback Ferry.
I can get you my private supplier for this one-time courtesy.
That would be wonderful.
Haldmir leans over to a different advisor and less careful with his whispers, just says, "Go get the weird one." And the advisor disappears down a different
does
hall.
Laugh out loud. That is an in-character thing. He laughs.
And as the advisor comes back with a new individual, we're gonna go to a break.
Break time! Break. Be back in on the 15 mark or on the 10 mark?
Sure, we'll go with that.
All right. Be back on the 15 mark.
All right. Welcome back from break. Unfortunately, we're gonna cut this session a little bit short in preparation for some new material. We'll be able to meet this new contact the next time, and we'll be able to begin Book 3, The Hook Mountain Massacre.
Ominous.
Yep.
All right.
See everyone next time.
See everyone next time. Everybody
Bye, YouTube.
bye,
Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube. Bye, YouTube.
All the byes to YouTube. Happy dungeon delving, everyone.